Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? My name is John Davis, and I am your personal insurance advisor as well as teacher and host of Teaching Tuesday. We meet here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. where we discuss all things insurance, including health insurance, life insurance, Medicare, and retirement planning. And I first off, guys, want to say thank you. If this is the first time you came on to sit with me, to learn, to talk, to chat, all that other stuff, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And I look forward to having you on next Tuesday and the Tuesday after that and the Tuesday after that. Okay. Now, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This video today, guys, is dedicated, it's specifically meant for any people who has been taught, who think, or who have been told their life insurance is only used for burial and final expenses. Okay, we're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about the different ways that you can use life insurance for wealth building, as well as to enhance your life while you're still alive, as well as generations and generations and generations to come. Okay, but guys, before we get started, there's three things that I need y'all to know. First off, guys, remember, like my videos. Why? People say if you like the videos, they get higher up on the hierarchy. I don't know that. I just like to see the likes, so like the videos, okay? Secondly, guys, remember sharing is caring. Share my videos as much as you can. The point is to get the information out to the masses and with or into as many people's minds as possible. And then third, guys, I need you all to remember this is a fully interactive platform, so you all can ask as many questions, comments, emojis, happy faces, thumbs up, thumbs down. I want it. I like it. I need you all to participate with me to keep me going with these Teaching Tuesday segments. Okay. So to those of you all that here, remember, I see you all in the room. I want to say thank you all for joining me. Now, remember, y'all, I'm in my office and it has a timer. So if I don't move, eventually it cuts off. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all know I try to keep these as short as possible. Try to keep them in around 20-minute range. Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Okay, so listen up, y'all. Last week, y'all know I'm all around the city, doing all kind of stuff. Well, last week I was at an event, and a really close friend of mine came up to me and he said, "John, I got a question. Answer this question real quick." I said, "Okay, what is it, man?" He said, "If I have savings, enough savings to pay for all my funeral expenses, why do I need life insurance?" And I said, "You know what? We'll call him Ray." I said, "You know what, Ray? That's a good question. But, Ray, how much do you make a year?" He said $110,000 a year. I said, "Okay, good. So you make $110,000 a year. If something happens to you, your wife still has her house or you all's house, the car or cars, the kids are still going to school, they're still going to need clothes, the electric bill still has to be paid. All of these bills has to be paid. So I would probably suggest life insurance for you would be for income replacement." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, you can get enough insurance to replace your income for a certain amount of time. So, if you make $100,000 a year and your kids are 10, you may want to get, a $200,000 term or a $500,000 term or what have you to replace your income for the rest of the time that your wife is going to have the responsibility of the kids." Okay. So it sparked me to start asking questions like, do people really understand what life insurance is initially used for, right? Like, do people understand it, or do they just think that life insurance is only used for burial expenses? Okay. So when we go back in history, come on, let's go. We're going back in history. Back in history, we're going to say around the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. Okay. There was a lot of things going on in the country, right? And certain groups of people or certain people never were offered these large insurance policies, right? Like they were offered the policies for people just to bury you. And I know you all may have your nana or your grandparents who has these like $5,000 policies, these $10,000 policies. Some of y'all may even remember the insurance man's coming to y'all's house, picking up the $10 cash that grandmama always had on the shelf. And she said, hey, give the insurance man that money, okay? So for a long time, certain communities or certain groups of people only had the opportunity to get life insurance for burial and final expenses, okay? Of course, this was back in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. But guys, when y'all think about the 1960s, that wasn't that long ago. Like we're in 2022. I was born in 1983. So it was still when my parents were younger, right? So when we think about that, many population of people only understood life insurance to be for final expenses, to cover my burial, to cover my funeral costs so that I don't have to do a GoFundMe and all that other stuff. So today, guys, we're going to look at about 7 or 8 ways that you can use life insurance to help you while you're alive, as well as to pass on wealth to your generations, okay? So let's talk about the first one. The first one is, I just talked to y'all about it, is income replacement, okay? You can use life insurance. Usually it's recommended that your life insurance is 10 times your income, okay? To replace your income. So like I gave you the information about Ray. If something were to happen to him, he needs at least $1 million life insurance policy that's going to cover his expenses while his wife still has to take care of her kids, okay? So the first number one, I would say life insurance uses is for income replacement, okay? If something happens to you, let's replace your income so that your family doesn't have to struggle for the rest of the time that they're in the household and you have kids and things like that, okay? As well as your wife, okay? Secondly, guys, giving loved ones a financial future, okay? Did y'all know that the Rockefellers actually started their wealth building using life insurance? Y'all hear me? Y'all see there's a lot of videos circulating around the internet. The internet. We have the Rockefeller video. If y'all seen the Waka Flocka Flame, Waka Flocka, he talks about using life insurance to build wealth. Several other celebrities has came out publicly and said, I use life insurance to maintain my wealth and continue to build wealth, okay? So that's another way, y'all. Life insurance can be used to build wealth. So remember that. I've had several of my clients to say, well, I don't want to leave my kids $500,000. It'll make them lazy, right? When they tell me that, I let them know there's a thing called a trust, okay? You can make your life insurance beneficiary the trust, and you can set up monthly payments for the beneficiary, whether it's $1,000 a month, or whether it's $5,000 a month, whether it's $20 a month. If we even want to say, my child is not getting this until they're 35, you can do that as well using life insurance, okay? What about retirement, okay? Here's a big one, guys. When we look at retirement, we think about, I'm going to say 2 things. First one is going to be our 401k from our employer. To some people, I'm going to say 3 then. For some people, it's their pension from their employer. And third, guys, hi, Sister Birdsong. Thank you so much for coming in here. And third usage, guys, is your Social Security check, okay? So when we think about our retirement, we think about either our 401k or our pension plan or our retirement check. But what if I told you that you actually can get a life insurance policy that actually pays you at a certain amount of time? Like there are policies out here where you pay for a certain amount of years and then the policy reverts and pays you, right? So if you need an additional $40, $50, $60,000 every year, you're able to do it and receive it from your life insurance policy. Okay, y'all probably didn't know that. So what we're doing, guys, we're debunking the myths of what insurance, life insurance specifically, is used for. It's used for more than burial expenses. Okay, Sister Birdsong, thank you so much. Matt, I see you in here. Thanks for joining. Remember, y'all, fully interactive. Y'all can ask questions, emojis, all of that good stuff. Okay, let's go to the next reason. Number 4, of course, paying for unexpected expenses. Okay, listen, once you set up your life insurance policy, you're able to borrow. Hi, Miss Debbie. Thanks for coming in. You're able to borrow from that life insurance. Now, let's get this very clear, because I've talked to all kinds. Okay, all kinds of people I've talked to about life insurance, and they tell me, I want to get this policy and I'm going to borrow against it. That's not the way to do it, okay? In order to borrow against your policy, you have to pay into the policy. So if your plan is to get a policy in January and then in the next January borrow a whole bunch from it, that's not how it works, okay? You can pay over a period of time, and then maybe in a case of an emergency or for a large purchase like a house or college tuition, you can borrow and withdraw from that life insurance policy. But I wouldn't recommend you intentionally take out a policy to borrow from it next month. It's not going to work that way. But life insurance can be used. Life insurance can be used to borrow against, to pay for your down payment on your house, to pay for your kids' college tuition. It can be used to pay for medical expenses. I had a client call me last week. She's had a policy for years. She's had a policy, and she had her air conditioner go out. Well, she was able to borrow against her policy so that she could buy a $7,500 air conditioning system. Okay, so life insurance can be used while you're alive. You don't have to die to use your life insurance. Also, guys, if you have a business, okay, if you have a business, like I'm a business owner, I have business partners. If something happens to me, my business is going to suffer because I'm not there. So if you're a business owner, this is really important. Get some insurance, life insurance, and if something happens to you, you can make your beneficiary your organization or your company, and they can keep rolling. Income can keep coming in until they maybe find your replacement or kind of get back up on their feet, you know, if you know your death occurs. Okay, y'all have any questions about this so far? I'm just looking here. Sister Birdsong, this is something that we all wish we knew when we were younger, right? Let me give y'all an example of a powerful way that life insurance is used. And this actually happened to me earlier today. Like this morning when I went to the barbershop, I got my hair cut. I was talking to my barber. My barber has a 3-month-old son, and he has a 4-year-old son. Okay. And I was going over life insurance with him, and he said, you know what? My dad had a policy like that. And when he passed, I ended up getting a large sum of money. He's like, but of course, I was younger. I didn't really know what I was doing with it. So the money's kind of gone now. But I worked with him today, and we did an illustration on if he got life insurance for his 1-year-old, for his 3-month-old and his 3-year-old or 4-year-old son. He has 2 sons. This person has committed to paying $150 per child. We're going to set it up tomorrow. $150 per child. And on the 3-month-old, when the 3-month-old, he spent $150 per month, $1,800 per year. And I know y'all, we just got over the income tax hump. Many of us had $1,800, but it may be gone now. Miss Debbie, I know. I wish I would have known too. But you know now, and you can help your kids now, and everybody can get on the right track. But listen, guys, he spent $150 per month. His plan, we're going to set him up on a policy, $150 per month for his 3-month-old and 3-year-old child. And when the kids are about 25 years old, y'all, listen to this. He's going to pay on this policy until the kids are 25 years old. At 25 years old, the children have a lifetime income of $60,000 per year. Y'all hear that? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, listen, if you have children 1, 2, 3, 5, 15, 18 years old. I did one for 18-year-old too. We're going to talk about that one. But if you got your 1-year-old baby life insurance now for $150 per month, when the child is 25 years old, they have a lifetime guaranteed annual income of almost $70,000 per year for the rest of their lives. I think y'all see where I'm going. If you're a parent and you have a child, get with me. We need to talk. 3 years old, 1-year-old. I had a 19-year-old male. His dad looked at the policy for him, got him this policy, guys. Listen to this. He's paying $150 a month until his son is 65 years old. So we're looking at, he's 20 now. So we're going to say for the next 40 years, he's going to pay $150 a month. And when his son is in his early 60s, he'll have a lifetime income per year of $75,000. On top of his Social Security, on top of his retirement plan. How many of us would love to have that opportunity? We just didn't know, right? We just didn't know. So now that we know, it's our job, it's our duty to do better. So I know we've covered a lot. This was a pretty simple Teaching Tuesday day for me. I just wanted to kind of throw out some information, throw out some numbers to you all, show you all how these policies work. And Ms. Birdsong asked, how is this possible? Does the policy gain interest? Yes, ma'am. Your IUL, Universal Life Policy, a piece of the policy, Ms. Birdsong, is actually an investment piece, and the other is a life insurance piece, and it's combined. So as it continues to grow and compounded interest, eventually you can make withdrawals from that policy that pays you instead. Now, if you're 60, if you're 70, it may be a little late to do it unless you have a large lump sum of money to pay in. But if we start the children off at 3, at 10, at 18, at 22, even at 25 or 30, you can set it up so that you can pay in the policy and the policy pays you. Y'all, I'm moving Teaching Tuesday next week because I don't like the light. I've dealt with it long enough. Can't do it no more. So that's how it works. So to my grandparents, to my parents, let's use life insurance as a tool to better our future generations, our kids, our grandkids. It's just a small investment. My client that did this with his 19-year-old son told his son, I'm going to pay on this policy until you're 23. At 23, you pay your own $150 a month, right? But if we can set it up for our 1-year-old, by the time they're 25 or 30, they have a lifetime income. And if we get sick, they can come and take care of us. No more nursing home, because I made sure you were good, right? So that's something to think about, y'all. Any other questions? That was a good question, Sister Birdsong. Thank you so much for asking. Anything else? Any other questions, y'all? All right, guys. So y'all know how I work. I don't like to stay here long. I've been here for 20 minutes and 12 seconds. The light is making me upset. I'm hungry, ready to go home and relax. So, hey, guys, as always, DM me, text me, call me. Any way that y'all can get in touch with me, just do it. Let's sit down, let's have a chat. Y'all gonna notice on a lot of my posts going forward, there's gonna be a QR code. Y'all can scan that QR code. It goes straight to my calendar. Book an hour, 30 minutes. Even if you have a question, let's sit down, let's talk. Okay, knowledge is power, right? So it's my job to give you all the knowledge. But now that you have it, you got to act on it. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I look forward to teaching Tuesdays every Tuesday. This is blowing up much bigger than I ever expected it to be. I thought this was me just coming on here ranting on a Tuesday one day. And next thing you know, I'm calling it Teaching Tuesday. And next thing you know, I got guests, and then I got requests and all this other stuff. So I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I can help as many people as I possibly can. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for Teaching Tuesday. Have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys on next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll talk to you soon.